What's up again, guys? Brian here at 3TR, and welcome to another episode of the People's Questions, episode 51. Now, I may be wrong, but I believe this marks probably my 200th video that I've done here on 3TR, and actually marks the last day before my 1 year anniversary tomorrow. So, thank you guys for giving me a great year. I've had a lot of fun talking to all of you, and for starters, I would also like to congratulate the winner of last Friday's contest question, which was once again Troquilico Man 91, who managed to get the question correctly as for who was that video game character, and it was Melina from the Mortal Kombat franchise, and he will be receiving his $20 Xbox card later today, and this also marks his third victory, automatically putting him in the running for the $50 card. But don't worry, guys, there's still 2 more spots left, and you only have to win 3 times. So congratulations to you. And for starters, we'll get with your question first. And your first question was, any thoughts on Ryan Gosling playing Flash or Batman in the new Justice League movie? I think he would make a decent Flash. I don't see him as Batman in any way since maybe a Nightwing if he like dyes his hair, but Flash okay, but in a whole I don't really like anything I've been hearing about the Justice League movie. I'm less excited for that movie the more and more I hear from it. I'm really only excited in terms of team movies, excited for X-Men Days of Futures Past. Everything I've been hearing about that seems great, and it'll certainly, in my opinion, even be able to top X-Men 2. The next question comes from someone by the name of, I couldn't quite pronounce your last name, so if you're watching this video, try to help me out next time. But I'm going to call you Marlene C. I'll leave your entire name in the, like, right here somewhere. And you wanted to know if I could choose only one video game to play from now on, what would it be, or rather not play at all? You know, I think I've been asked a question similar to this before, and it's between 2 games. I cannot decide between which one I like better, and that is between Metal Gear Solid 3 or Metal Gear Solid 4. I honestly cannot choose which one is better, because this Big Boss is so much a better character, and just the story is so amazing. I liked all the additions of, you know, camo, adding a stamina meter. I loved everything about that. However, Metal Gear Solid 4 really did an amazing job as for answering all the questions throughout the entire Metal Gear Solid series, giving Solid Snake a good send-off, and even, I would say, bringing in some stealth elements that, you know, in some ways top Metal Gear Solid 3, so I really cannot choose. However, in terms of games I will never like to play, you know, you don't have to go far, it would be Final Fantasy 13. I wish that game never existed at all. The next question comes from Slowrider 1978, and you want to know, what 2 characters from movies, video games, or comic books would I like to see fight to the death? This is actually a pretty easy one. I would like to see the Joker and the T-1000 go at it. Now, I know that seems kind of a little unfair on Joker's part, seeing how the T-1000 is pretty much indestructible. He can take bombs, he can get shot at and not go down. But I think that with the Joker's comedic genius, I think he would find a hilarious way to kill the T-1000, but just barely. However, I don't think he would win, and I'm really... the edge would probably go to the T-1000, but those are the 2 characters I would like to see go at. My favorite movie character and favorite comic book character, or in terms of like overall villains. The next 2 questions come from Criticism Guy 2009, and your first question was, how do I feel about Tom Cruise's film Oblivion? Oblivion looks a little interesting. I'm still on the fence of whether or not it can be good. Visually, it looks good. And the idea that, you know, Earth is kind of abandoned, and, you know, you have to find out the secret to what really happened, and I just hope they don't overuse the CG, and I know that Tom Cruise is a very on-hands kind of actor, like him do his own stunt, and I hope they stick with that for this movie. But hopefully it'll be a good kind of post-apocalyptic movie. Morgan Freeman's in it, so you know he's going to have a great performance. But I'm definitely looking forward to seeing it when it comes out, and I'll be sure to give a really, hopefully, fulfilling review when I finally get to see it. And your next question was, how did I feel about the viral video of the whole death battle between Goku and Superman? I thought it was very well done. However, I think that those guys are very biased against some anime characters because Goku was a complete idiot. I mean, the point where I didn't take it seriously was when Superman gets hit through a building and there's a thing of kryptonite and it's hurting him, and then Goku says, "Oh, is that hurting you?" And he blasts the kryptonite and he says, "Why did you do that?" "Oh, I want to fight you at your best. "Oh, how nice of you." And Goku was just doing a lot of stupid stuff, and the whole argument that they made between the difference between Goku and Superman is that Goku has limits that he has to break, while Superman is constantly at 100%. So I thought it was entertaining. However, I personally am a little unsure if I agree with the outcome of it, because I was really rooting for Goku. The next 4 questions in the last set of them actually come from Mike Styles and his significant other, who I would like to thank you for also sending in questions in. They really help. And I'm going to ask you your 2 questions first. And you want to know, what is my favorite soundtrack from a video game? Now, I'm sure that for most of you who've been watching 3TR for a while would obviously want to say that it is, you know, Metal Gear. But no, there's actually one other game that's, in my opinion, has a better soundtrack. And that would be stuff from Final Fantasy, and most in particular, it would be Final Fantasy X. I think the music in this was absolutely, I hate using this sissy word, enchanting for me, as it really got me into the game. I would say my favorite score piece would be the Xanarkin theme, which plays kinda, I would say, almost near the end of the game. And the music actually keeps playing even when you go into a battle. It doesn't do the traditional thing as when you're walking and then a battle pops up and then it plays the, you know, it doesn't do the whole traditional Final Fantasy song. It stays with the music, and that really gives like a very relaxing feeling for me. So even though I'm fighting like a giant purple behemoth that's firing meteors at me, I'm in a calm state so I can think clearly with my strategies. And your second question was, what do I think about the Xbox Kinect, and do I support the whole no controller aspect? I think it's a gimmick, just like, you know, 3D in movie theaters. However, the only thing that I could say would work for the Kinect is dancing games, which, you know, I'm openly admitting right now that if I ever do decide to get an Xbox, which I might do when they maybe drop the price down, or maybe the next Xbox comes out, I would only get a Kinect X for an Xbox just to play Dance Central, because I will openly admit that I like playing dancing games. If you've seen some of my really early videos, I actually did a couple of dancing videos with the Wii and had a lot of fun with that. I think that Dance Central would definitely push my skills to the next level. So for dancing games, absolutely. For any other games, no, I don't support it. The next 2 questions come from Mike Styles himself, and you want to know, what is the best comic book video game I've played thus far? Well, me being a Batman fan, obviously there's only one game I can think of, and that would be, no-brainer, Batman Arkham Asylum. I do admit it is slightly better than Arkham City, and I know that there are some people out there that didn't like Arkham City for a lot of reasons. But personally, I enjoyed it, but it's nowhere near as good as Arkham Asylum. I definitely like the atmosphere. I definitely like the psychological part that they threw into Batman, and I think that all the individual villains that were used definitely played an important part in moving the story forward. And we got to kind of see a little bit more into Batman and Joker's kind of relationship, so I thought that was a wonderful twist. And finally, you want to know, was there ever another name that I had picked before coming to 3TR or 3 Topics Reviewer? Yes, there was. I was really considering on picking the name BMAG, which would then translate to Brian's Movies and Games Reviews, but I kept thinking of how many ways you could make fun of that, and the word BFAG kept coming up, and so, you know, the fact that I come up with the most insulting way to make fun of that name, and I really can't think of a way to make fun of 3TR, so that's why I kind of put BMAG aside and stuck with 3TR. And, you know, 3 letters, 3 is my favorite number, so that's why I stuck with 3TR, and I'm sticking to it from this point on, and I'm happy with it. And with that, that is all the questions that I got this week. I'd like to thank everyone who sent in your questions. They really helped me out, and I actually have a lot of fun doing these videos, and these videos will keep on coming as long as you guys keep sending them in. And now to get on to this week's contest question. Now, I actually had a lot of fun doing last week's doing a video game character, so this time I'm going to stick with a movie character. Now, I've listed the 3 hints in the description just like last time, and all I want you to do is tell me who you think it is. Now, I want the complete name. Now, some people may call this character one name, or they might call them another. I want the complete name to this character. And if you think you know what it is, send it to me in a personal message or put it in the comments down below. And if you get it right, you will get your choice of an Xbox or a PlayStation Network card and be that much closer to the $50 card. And if you like this video, please like, comment down below, and please subscribe to keep track of me and my future movie and videos. And you can also friend me on Facebook or follow me on Twitter for updates as for when future videos will be coming out. And like always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.